need to see that in many countries, and not only on the national level, but especially on the local level, the Roma issues were swept under the carpet. They were not being discussed. It was so easy for so many governments to put Roma on the side, to make them on the margin of their cities, and now it's like a bomb.
Recent anti-Roma speeches and demonstrations in the Czech Republic, Hungary, Romania, and Bulgaria have been called deeply disturbing by the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe. According to the world's largest security-oriented intergovernmental organization, violence and terror by extremists threaten the overall stability and credibility of a democratic Europe. We visited the organization's Human Dimension Implementation Meeting, an annual opportunity for NGOs to present their recommendations to member states in September. OSCE's Office for Democratic Institutions and Human Rights brought together an international group of Romani activists ahead of the meeting's special day for Roma and Sinti. The participants worked on developing common recommendations to pressure member states into taking urgent action against violence and the dangerous mainstreaming of intolerance in the public sphere.
Our meeting is overshadowed by recent events in a number of countries, but most recently in Bulgaria.
The whole nation observed and watched on the TVs the racist violence without any adequate response from the police. The police also observed the pogroms and the violence in the village of Katunica. This made many people afraid and frightened that if they will be attacked from racists, so the police will not react to that. And of course this received very strong reaction from the Roma community.
So words have consequences, and I think this meeting is a general call to responsible politicians to watch their words, because it's very easy to disseminate advertently or inadvertently labels and stereotypes, and it's almost impossible to call them back.
Today, in many European countries, in many long-term democracies, we hear speeches and we witness actions which were totally unacceptable 10 or 12 years ago. Yet today, they not only are they acceptable, but they are being applauded and supported by a large part of the society. This is being fueled by the world crisis.
Political parties take advantage of these situations at key moments in the electoral cycle. And all of the politicians take the cheap road, the easy road, of anti-Roma populism.
This is not just about the Roma. This is much more than that. It's about human rights, and ultimately it's about democracy. The Roma just happen to be at the forefront of this battle, or of this regression, I would call it, because they are one of the weakest group in Europe from a political point of view, from a civic point of view.
We have a comprehensive commitment which was adopted in 2003 in Maastricht, called Action Plan for Improvement of the Situation of Roma in the OSCE area. We are still somehow at the beginning of the road, because we have a good recommendation, we have a good commitment, and what is lacking is a real commitment to fulfill these obligations.
In the past years, the OSCE's Office for Democratic Institutions and Human Rights recognized that the security of Europe's Romani citizens could not be guaranteed in the long term without real and significant efforts made by its member states to prevent the marginalization of Roma, starting with children. OSCE stressed the need for states to invest in pre-primary education as a means to increase equity of outcomes between Romani and non-Romani children. Early education has the potential of ensuring quality prospects for the next generation of Roma in Europe.
Both education for excluded minorities as well as education for the majority population to better understand where their true interests lie in being inclusive of others in society, for both because it's the right thing to do and because it's in their own selfish interest economically and socially and politically.
We thought that to start to promote education when child is going to school is a little bit, of course, is needed, but it's a little bit too late. A Roma child already has a disadvantaged situation, especially when it comes from the disadvantaged family, community, ghetto type community, and so on. So we said, well, it is in the interest of Roma, but also in the interest of the society to invest earlier